Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be playing along with some original music that my brothers and I all wrote from our band called Third Escape. And just a really quick backstory in case for those who don't know, this album was released about 10 to 12 years ago, I think. Yeah, probably 2011, I think. And yeah, we were all really young. We were still teenagers, very young. The first half of the album is pretty much all these different genres of influences of like Joe Satriani, Dave Weckl, Chick Corea, Joshua Redman, Herbie Hancock. Like there's so many influences in the first half of the album, and then the second half of the album is all progressive rock. And the last song of the album is pretty much one long song, but it's divided into I think 6 movements. So they're all these different songs, but all added together in one long song. And that half was influenced by bands like Rush and Yes and King Crimson, Dream Theater, Lemire Voice, Planet X, pretty much all these different other progressive rock bands that we were listening to growing up, and which you'll be able to hear in some of these songs that I'm going to be playing for you guys. I'm going to be playing Movement 4 and Movement 5. Movement 4 is called Conflict Arrived, and then Movement 5 is Final Victory. And some of my brother's influences, you can hear examples like Yes and Dream Theater. You can hear like the albums Talk, the Endless Dream album, and like Black Clouds and Silver Linings, A Nightmare to Remember. You can hear so many influences of those albums of Rush, even Rush, very, very influential of Rush. And it's crazy because our signature, I would say in our time signatures that we use a lot very often is 7/8. I guess with that grouping, we were always picking and choosing different groupings of 7, just yeah, it's something that I wanted to share with you guys. I still have my first drum head from the album, and the album is called Planet. And this album, you can find it on Apple Music, YouTube, iTunes, and I still have mine on iTunes, I believe. This is my iTunes library right here, and you can see it here. But yeah, watch the whole video so you guys can see pictures of what the album looked like and pretty much what we had in our sleeve of the CD. And we have a whole description of our influences, and there's a whole like story of how it started with this album. So shout out to my brothers Andres Avila and Art Avila. They are the ones that are responsible for making this music. So everything that you're hearing in these songs is pretty much exactly the way we recorded it in the studio. But yeah, let's get to these songs. I really want you guys to hear them, and I just wanted to share them and show you some of my original drum parts that I got to play with my brothers. So here we go. Let's get into it.